Okay. So, okay, there is a very cold. Okay, but very here is very cold. It's a very hot, warm weather there. Okay. So that's good, hospitality, business, more universities. Hello.
Yes, hello. I think you are
Hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. Today is my internet a bit slow. I'm working from office, and inside office, a bit. No, normally I work from home. So okay. So we'll start our lesson today, and we're supposed to cover today LO3, which is Learning Outcome 3. And we're supposed to discuss today lesson critically evaluate cross-cultural management, trend and development, and their implications for the tourism and hospitality sector. So we'll go through some theories. Those are the cross-culture management. There are a number of theories. Many theorists wrote many different theories they gave, and why they discuss, why the cultural management is important in terms of the hospitality and tourism industry, and discuss cross-culture human resource management. So we'll discuss some sort of the problem how we can manage in the HR, and what is meant by the cultural diversity, and why diversity is crucial in terms of the business in hospitality industry. So our focus will be on the diversity, cross-cultural management, and we'll go to HR elements within a cultural dimensions, within a cultural issues, and we'll discuss those. Okay. Before starting and moving forward, so we'll recap what we learned up to now. So anything you remember which we learned during our last lesson or lesson before?
Our last lesson, you mean yesterday, right?
Yes, last lesson. What we discussed? Anything you remember from last lesson? Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes. So I said what we learned during our last lesson.
Well, basically yesterday we have talked about like introduction of the what do you call this one? The behavioral management.
Good.
Yeah, and then we had talked about tourism and hospitality.
Okay.
And then also the structure of the organization.
Okay, good.
And then also some of the factors that is affecting hospitality, tourism and hospitality, like external factors like environment and all other things.
Great. Yes, we learn all. So we learn.
And also we have discussed about basing on some data like market data on dealing with hospitality and tourism.
Brilliant. Well done. So, and did we research about Hilton Hotel, which we supposed to a bit?
Yeah, actually, I supposed to read it a while ago, but due to my work, it was very busy. The operation was very busy. Today. So
okay, no problem.
Yeah, because it's Easter Sunday today, right? So yeah. So there were some programs, yeah.
Okay. So we'll do a bit research next lesson, and we'll include more stuff in our discussion.
Okay, sure.
And we'll try to relate, some examples from different cultures. So today's lesson is all about the LO3, which we'll go through LO3. Okay, lesson 3, lesson 2 is already on Moodle with all the journal article, background, and all sort of, extra stuff there as well. So today lesson So we'll go through. What's coming in your mind? Culture. What is meant by culture?
Culture is basically like uh, like the practices or the things that people are being used to based on where they have grown up, like specifically.
Okay. Yes. And so, in simple word, we can say culture. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. So culture is mean norms, value, the way we spend our life. Yes. The
Mm-hmm.
way we operate, the way we look like. Yes. So all
Yes.
is come under culture. So
Mm-hmm.
culture management is quite, is a vast area because different people have a different perception about the things. So different culture have a different meaning of colors. Like
Yeah.
if the lady is wearing the white sari in India, so we can say, oh yes, maybe the widow. Okay?
Yes. Hello.
Hello, I don't know what's
Yeah.
the reason here.
You got
Okay,
disconnected.
I don't know what's happening with it. Okay, so color in culture is very, very important because the perception and the people experience about the culture and the different meaning in different culture of the colors. So
Mm-hmm.
which we'll go through and we'll discuss, why these are the very important in terms of the cultural management side point of view. And those could be very, very, because it leads to the conflict, within organization as well as outside their organization. So we need to be managing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so culture is how the people behave, react as a result what they see and experience.
Right.
Culture is how the people behave because different people have a different behavior based on what culturally where they're from. Because of course, where they grow up. So this knowledge forms values, create attitudes, and influence behavior.
Yeah.
So if we'll deal the people according to their culture, so we can betterly or we can try to learn their culture to better understanding. So that's why in our organization in hospitality and tourism industry, because we're dealing with the human being and to understand the human being, their needs and wants, we need to understand their culture as well. That will help us to meet their needs and wants.
Mm-hmm.
So culture is a learned, acquired by the learning of the experience, shared not specific to the single individual, transgeneration. The culture could be changed by different generations. Yes, we can learn from our elders, within a passage of time, the new, like, we saying no is maybe Western culture is very dominant due to the media and things. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but have some positive and negative impact on our organization performance, and we have to manage those things effectively.
Yeah.
Symbols, culture, different cultures have a symbols and those have a different meanings. So might be in some culture shaking hand with women could be, yes, forbidden for suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, maybe their religious belief or some other issues. So we need to look around as well. Like in some culture, you can't stand in the front of the elders and you have to look around, yes, when they're sitting. All these are different things, in different cultures. So culture is based on the human capacity and the symbolize or use one thing to represent another thing. Pattern has a structure and is integrated. A change in the part will bring the change in another. Adoptive, based on the human capacity to change or adopt. Any question up to now?
No, no questions so far.
So next we're looking how can culture of society. So we need to look around how we can manage and the different approaches of management of culture management. So in hospitality industry is very, very crucial to learn these issues, try to address them and betterly understand the clients, their needs. So centralized and decentralized decisions. In some organization, like last lesson we discussed about the organization structure, the structure reflects the culture of the organization. Every hotel when we enter, this is a totally different culture. The front desk layout, the color scheme they use, the how they treat the client is totally different. Yes. So some centralized and decentralized mean everything controlled by the head office. You can't do anything, but decentralized you can make decision as a manager in a hotel or tourism industry. You can make your decision based on the local culture. So safety versus risk. In some cultures, maybe in some countries, their safety record is totally different. They may be with other country, maybe thinking is a risk there, but other cultures say, oh no, it's not a big issue. Yes? In the hot weather, wearing the cap, yes? Maybe other they will enjoy the weather because of course they belong to different place. So we need to look around. What is meant by risk?
Risk is how to say this one. Risk is when you try to do something, but you are not sure of the effect of it.
Yes, a lot of people think risk means something is bad. Something could dangerous. Is a risk. Risk mean the probability of something happening, the chance of occurrence. Risk could be positive and risk leads to the negative as well. Maybe there is a risk, the profit will fall, maybe the profit will increase. Yes?
Yes.
Risk can be uncertain situations. So, which we'll go through. Individual versus group reward. Like in different cultures, people like group reward as a whole team get the reward. But in some cultures, the people want individual reward. Like in British culture, a very popular quote, are the deep your own pocket. Deep your own pocket mean you care about your own money, not looking at the, you need to be protect your money, not looking at others. Yes, you be rich yourself. Deep your own pocket. So then these sort of different culture have a different informal and formal procedures. In some culture is very, very formal, and some maybe they treat things as an informal. But in our organization, we need to be treated as a culture formally, yes. More, structuralized system and procedures in place. High versus low organization loyalty. In some culture, people not loyal with the organization maybe are less loyal, they more loyal their own return. Yes, I'm not bothered about what my organization doing. I'm just bothered about my salary to work. Yes. So in some maybe thinking, come on, if the organization will grow, I will grow.
Right.
Yes. So this is a mindset. Yes. So I'm not doing anything which harm the organization. I'm doing everything which will lead the organization performance, improve the organization performance. So we need to look around those issues. Cooperation versus competition. Maybe, no, you're a competitor, that's fine, we'll compete. Instead of we cooperate together to be towards, achieve common objective. So could be different culture, have a different interpretation of the things. Short term versus long term. Maybe some organization and some culture, within our organization looks short term. Oh, I want to be earn the maximum profit and will, no problem. Yes, I'm not bothered about long term, what will be happen in 20-year time when I will be retired. So I'm only bothered about what I'm getting this month. Yes, short term versus long term. Stability versus innovation. We more working towards stability of organization, but we working towards the innovation. Nokia, they work toward the stability, like cutting research and development. The CEO of, do you have a Nokia?
No, I'm not using Nokia.
Why not? Why not Nokia anymore?
I think because it is very outdated.
It's outdated. Why is it outdated? Why are the...
Hello?
Yes, why our Nokia is outdated?
I think because they haven't upgraded their, compared to their competitors, so they cannot match the competitors in the market right now.
Yes, so one CEO of the company, Nokia, ex-CEO, he said, okay, let's, we have a cash problem, so we'll close research and development. Good few center research and development, they close to cost saving measure for the stability of the company. But ultimately, what's happened? There won't be innovation there, and ultimately the Nokia not make produce innovative product like a smartphone, and ultimately they capture the shares Samsung and Apple, most of them.
Yeah, right.
So then CEO said, oh, sorry, I made mistake in the past, so I'm resigning. But it was too late. So that's the story behind the Nokia. Okay, the model of the culture. There are different models of the cultures. Those we use to be manage the cultural management. Okay, values. What is meant by values? Are the basic since people have concern, right or wrong. Child labor in some countries, oh, it's right, because of course don't have a food. If the kid won't work it, we can't get the food, ultimately no food. So basic needs is the issue. But in other countries like a crime. Yes. So that's right, wrong, good and bad. In different culture have a different things. In a different organization treat different ways. So learn from the culture in individually raised and help direct the personal behaviors. So these is a different. So one of the great author, he wrote many and gave many theories about the culture, is called Hofstede. And he gave the model is called 5-dimension culture. That there are in every culture, and different cultures have 5 dimensions, and we need to be look around those dimensions and we have to manage them if we want to be successful as an organization. So 5 dimensions that help to explain how and why the people are different culture behave the way they do. Yes. So what those dimensions are? Power distance. Which less powerful member of institution or organization accept that the power is distributed unequally. Power distance. So even in an organization, power distance is high. What we expect? There will be a good quality service. unequal. Everything CEO is keeping. CEO is getting millions bonus, but actually worker not getting any performance related pay. Does it make sense? Uncertainty, avoidance, extend with the people feel the threatened by ambiguous situation and have created belief in institutions. Yes, they try to avoid these. When they heard, oh, the company is cutting this and that, this is happening. Yes, maybe uncertainty, avoidance in some cultures more, so we need to be look around. This is one of the next. Third one is very dominant. Individualism versus collective. Yes, in some cultures, people like the reward as a collective reward. Some cultures may be more individualized. Yes, like in some cultures, maybe whole family sitting together and eating food. Yes, or people want to live in a big rooms as a whole family. Yes, individual. So we need to understand the culture where they're from and what sort of their requirements are. So we'll try to launch the product. Like Pepsi, we seen Pepsi advert. Yes. So Pepsi is focused a lot about the culture. Their advertising campaigns is based on the culture. So in some, we will see there all the family is sitting eating food, and then the young kid is asking about the Pepsi from the grandparent. Yes. Another advert, maybe one person taking out the Pepsi from the fridge or chilled one and then drinking on. Yes, and then representing, oh, it's a Pepsi is nice. Yes. So is it two different words? So one represents individualism and other represent and reflect about the collective culture. Yes. Like in some culture, individual is my life. I'll make my decision my own. Fair enough. In some culture, no, parents will decide. What? Yes. Or we collectively will decide what is right or wrong. So these, we need to understand in our organization as well as the individual perspective. So, okay, next we're looking masculinity, cultural characteristic in which dominant value in the society are success, money, and materialistic. In some cultures, money is a power. Yes, you have a more money, you're rich. That's fine. Think about, like, I'm not really, comparing in a way because there are a number of things, but maybe in a Western culture, prime minister is polish their shoes on, but maybe in other countries, in other cultures, yes, prime minister is going in office in just, using bikes. Yes, in other culture, maybe, yes, no, why I'll go and sit, on the floor with others. Yes, no, I'm prime minister. So these are materialistic. Yes, and compare people's value in terms of the money and the success. So success is based on the money in some. So in those culture, if we not set up the reward system within our organization that based on the money and reward, we won't be get the right performance. Does it make sense?
Yes.
If any question, Mark, ask me.
Yeah, sure.
Femininity, where we're looking the cultural characteristics in which dominant value are the caring for others and quality of life. Like in some country, people have a big houses, yes, but the roads are not good. They're saying, my house is bigger than yours. I have a car, this and that. That's because that's a more materialistic culture, yes, where we are comparing based on the things we have. But in other culture, we are saying, no, it doesn't matter. I'm going walk and we have small house, that's fine. Caring about, the others, yes. So we need to look around, like Because when I'll compare maybe the more power things in Indian culture, where the big, the leader really want to be use the influence and they want to use their power, and their power is based on the money. But in other maybe culture, they're looking no problem. We can live in a small cottage, yes, but we need to give the place to the elderly and needy people. So that is different things, yes. So when we looking the culture, these are the 5 dimensions we can look around according to Ofsted, and both by looking these cultural things, and we can reflect in our organization perspective as well. Any question?
All good. Yeah, no question.
Then Ofsted said, no, come on, that's fine. These are the 4 we discussed up to now. Then he included further some dimensions. He said the 5th dimension is a time orientation. Is the 5th and the newer dimension, but not as well known. Integrating the dimension of the culture into pairing or the cluster. Pairing. Like, in different part, when we are in a big city, we have a different culture than the small villages. Yeah. So it can make as a cluster. We can say, oh, this north, south, yes. They have a different accent, different ways, yes. Different culture, different weathers. So we can make the cluster timely as well. Then he said, no, then these are the 5th, these gave by the Ofsted, and these are the, then next author from Penors, he gave, some cultural dimension, universalism and particularism. Sorry, these are the words, basically is more based on the psychology. Yeah? Individualism, neutral cultural, emotional culture, specific diffuse culture, achievement. So these is widely studied in international management and conducted 10 years in 28 countries. And these are the dimension he mentioned. When he discussed about the universalism, the beliefs and the ideas and the practices can be applied everywhere without the modification. Universe, yes? Throughout the world, same management style, democracy. Is it work? Universal. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Like, universalism is mean throughout the world, same rules. These work in real world? You're saying no, people will make their own laws, whatever way, democratic, yes? It's not work everywhere. People not follow it. So he's saying no, you can make it a universalism is mean the beliefs and the ideas and the practices can be applied everywhere. Like, Hilton Hotel head office, whatever the rule will set or the national minimum wage will set, it will work everywhere, every part of the country, every part of the world. It won't work in real world. Like the people are earning in here, people are earning in different part of the world, maybe can't be same, yes? So according to this guy, he's saying no, you need to look around the universalism and then you can make the rules. Focus on the rules over their relationship. United States, Germany, Sweden, and Australia. You can divide them, these countries, and maybe the rule because more democratic governments, and you can make the universalism rules, yes? For these countries, same rules. Because developed countries, yes? Particularism, the beliefs and the circumstances dedicates how the idea and the practice should be applied. Belief, different circumstances, different situation. You need to be change your things, yes? Legal contract can be modified. Venezuela, Indonesia, China. Be prepared for a small talk, yes? So we need to look around. This is the difference. So we are looking the particularism which is mean according to the situation, you change things when it need to be changed, or you make one certain thing for everywhere. Yes, which is difficult to work everywhere in the part of the world. So my friend has definitely right as a friend to be expected me to testify the lower figures. Okay, these are some examples, He has right as a friend to expect me to testify to the lower figure, and he has no right as a friend to expect me to testify so these are a bit discussion about in different cultural and the cultural issues. We can ask some questions. Individualism versus, so people regarded themselves as individual, and negotiation takes the form of representative. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Does it make any question?
No.
So then next is people regarded themselves as being part of a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, as a whole population, as a whole, or the team. A decision are usually referred as a committee. So whatever the committee will do, I'll accept it. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Instead of, so we need to look around those cultural dimensions. Neutral versus emotional. Neutral, one which emotionally are held in check. Japan, UK. Lack of emotional does not mean it could be, but emotional culture, one in which emotion are expressed openly. People can discuss their individual lives as well, their personal emotions, but maybe in other countries not acceptable in other cultures. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go through next few slides. So then next, specific and diffuse culture. Specific, individual as a large public space readily enter and shares, and small public space guards closely, shares with the close friends. Yes, strong separation between the work and the private life. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
leave it. Work is a work, private life is a private life. Don't share it. Yes, like in these countries, keep them separate. Diffuse, public and private spaces are similar in the level of privacy. Work and the private lives are more closely linked in these countries.
Mm-hmm.
And then next is achievement, and as so achievement culture, status based on the performance at the functions. Oh yes, we celebrated achievement. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
High status to high achiever. Those people perform, they can accelerate, and they can go on the higher. Doesn't matter you study in which school, which city you live, which culture you belong, where you came from. Like when we look, Obama, yes, President of the United States, yes, ethnic. So when, like in UK, now London Mayor Sadiq Khan, so we can look around. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
high achiever can go high. Yes, doesn't matter where you. So in status is based on who and what someone is. Yes, where you belong to. That's give. Like in some countries, they don't have a equal pay. Like in Qatar, in Saudi Arabia, and Middle East. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
so local people earning 10 times more than the foreigner, even doing the same task.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all about. Yes.
Yes.
This other countries, other part of the world is happening as well. So time, sequential, one activity at a time. Yes, some people doing multitasking. Yes, you can do different tasks. Some say, sorry, I'm a customer assistant, servant, I do that. I'm a chef, my job is just a chef. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
any other task. Yes.
Yes.
So this is all about the environment. One thing he did was ask managers to choose one of the following statements. What's happened to me is my own doing. Something I feel that I don't have enough control over the direction of my life is taking. So these are the statement is based on different cultural dimensions, which we'll go through. Culture cluster. So then the guy said, no, come on, we can make the cluster. Anglo cluster, Asian cluster, Latin American cluster. So in these clusters, the cultural pattern could be some sort of varieties. And when we're dealing with people from those countries, we can treat them according to their culture. Yes, we can make the cluster and then we can make the rules accordingly. Like for Asian country, our operation, these rules and policies will be followed. For these, the pay rates and reward system. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So next we're looking is a culture and management. Researcher use these attributes predict most suitable, effective, and acceptable organizational and leadership practices within culture. Like in some culture, doesn't matter, you give independent to the people, they not perform it. They maybe think, oh, come on, no one is watching it. What's the point? Just relax it. Yes, some cultures maybe say people, come on, it's my job, I have to do it, I have to finish my task, I'll go and relax. Yes. So we need to look around, predict the most suitable, effective, and acceptable organization, and we can use the leadership style, autocratic and democratic leadership style. Yes. Are in between. Sometime you are autocratic, sometime you are democratic. Yes, depends what you're supposed to be achieved within a time, and you need to manage it. The goals to develop imperial-based theory, describe, understand, predict the impact of the culture variables on the leadership and the organization processes. Yes, because your processes will be changed, depend upon the way we are operating. Managing across cultures. MNC is mean multinational company. Successful companies must carefully address the cultural similarities and the differences in their varied market. Renault is one of company. Managing across cultures, some companies are committed to globalization, imperative one worldwide approach doing business, one rule for everywhere. Yes. So this is the link there if you want to watch some videos about 103 medium and large company. They send and they make their rules.
Okay, I will look at the full paper.
And you will see the differences there. Okay, managing across culture, the most of effective multinational constantly trying to address the local needs. Okay, one of the things always we use in the business terminology, think globally, act locally. So we need to act locally to betterly. Yes. So they have manufacturing facility in Belgium, France, Germany, Ireland, Spain, and UK. Each plant is specialized and produce a small number of the product for the entire European market, and this allows each one focuses a unique demand of the various market. Every country have a different safety standard. Yes. So car manufacturing company, the cars in Europe, it can't normally not exactly the same car in like Toyota. Yes. Car in Asia, Toyota producing car in European market. Because even Chinese product will see different quality. Same thing you buy from Asian market and same thing China made you buy from the European market will be a different quality. Because they're making the product, because of course, in terms of price, in terms of the quality, all these we need to look around. Managing across cultures. There are the several reasons for differentiating our strategies to meet the needs of different cultures. Industry standard. How thick your house need to be. Yes. How much pay you need to pay. How much breaks you need to give the people. How many holidays you have to give. It varies. Yes. You need to give free medical, free insurance. It varies in different organizations. Customer want differentiate product. Customer prefer to buy the local product. Difficult to managing global organization. Letting subsidiaries. What is meant by subsidiaries?
Subsidiaries, like if there's a parent company and then there will be like some other small companies under it.
Brilliant. So because if we have a parent, so parent culture could be dominant on subsidiaries. Yes. Their practices, their way, their layout, their treating people could be changed. Managing across culture, marketing become especially different when dealing with the culture. Yes. Cosmetic product, grease, toothpaste. Yes, marketed cosmetic product, but marketed as a cavity fighter in the Netherlands. Yes, is the same product. One country we are saying is a drink, another country same drink we are saying energy drink. That give you energy because people may be more caring about the health side and energy side. Yes. So that's two things. Every drink give you some sort of energy. Yes. So managing across cultures, how marketing message could be delivered. Genuine advertising is a factual, rational, and they fear being manipulated. If they manipulate it, there is a fear. You will say it could be a lot of, we have a UK, one of the company, they advertise, you will get 50 megs speed broadband everywhere, every part of the UK, and being fined £50 million, because the reason was they misled the people. Technically, we can't get this broadband speed everywhere, every part of the country, same speed. It's dropped due to the technology, yes, and due to the traffic. When the high people are using more internet, the speed will drop. Yes. So Britain laughter about health, they laugh, their advertiser and the consumer, so we can look around. Managing across culture, multinational company about the local market, careful, not assume that all market basically are same. Everyone treat individually. Cross-cultural differences and similarities, we can make, the rules according to the culturally we can divide. Some culture may be similar to others. Managing across culture, which is a huge discussion. I'm not going through all slides, but these are good to read. Any question?
No question so far. Yeah. Good.
Okay. So different cultures doing business in China. Yes. So open countries to the world. US and the European find doing business with China long in process. Technical competencies, time and the patience. Yes. Means good connection in Chinese we need if we want to do business. Collective society pride themselves on being a member of a group. Yes. Sometimes, the people join the union, they have a proud. Yes. But some culture, they're not a bother about. I'm only bothered about my own performance. Yeah. Doing business in Russia, build personal relation with partners. Yes. Use local consultant. If you're not using the local consultant, you're not aware of. Consider the business ethics. Stress exclusivity. Keep financial information personal. Yes, you don't need to. Research the company. Stressful mutual gain and written contract are not being binding. Doing business in India, unstructured consumer market, cheap labor, unstructured. There are no rules. Local, everywhere you'd go, different parts. Maybe you find the labor rate different. Yes. But in UK, the national minimum wage £7.50. You must have to pay. Doesn't matter, worker is skilled or not. You can pay more than that, but you can't pay less than that.
Okay.
Be on time. Personal questions should not be asked. People mind it maybe, Sometime how many kids you have, yes.
Mm-hmm.
How long you married, yes. Wife
Mm-hmm.
taller or smaller or this and that. Sometimes we can chat about in open cultures, but maybe not in some cultures. So we need to look around these. Doing business in France, social class is very important. Yes, high, middle and lower class. Friendly, humorous, yes. Socratic. So we need to look around these issues within doing business in Brazil, doing business in Arab countries. Allah control the time, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to give them break, maybe, yes, people will. Status is determined by the family position and connections. Emotion, our logics. Yes, working with Arabic, never display the feeling of superiority, yes. Never take the credit for the joint effort. Administrative channels, connections are important, yes. You have a relationship with, oh yes, I know the CEO of the company, I know the local MPA, I know this. These things really matters doing business in those countries. Any question?
No question.
So next we'll do, okay. Within this learning outcome, we can look around other things is called HR practices in different countries. HR, yes. Human resource management practices, how they treat people, employment law, yes, equal pay, discrimination act. I'll give you some examples. We'll go through. So this is the quiz we can play, and please in your own time. I'm not going through, but I'll just show you. When you go through like yesterday, like we did, yes, one quiz. So just copy this link. This is all about the culture, yes.
Okay, sure.
So today I'm not going through this quiz, but you can do it, please, your own, yes.
Okay.
This is just about, this is international trade, firm operating in more than one countries. What we call?
Multinational.
Multinational, yes. Good. So like, economy that trade freely with others is said to be?
Open.
Developed, liberal, open. Sorry, which one?
I think open.
Open. So these sort of the question, yes, that reflect the culture as well. So please go through these, and next class we'll see our learning outcome. So next we're looking performance. We discuss, we are doing third.
Third.
Theories, yes, cultural management, Steed and others, yes. There are so many, we can pick, at least two. We discuss about the cultural diversity we're going through now. And we already discussed about some models, some cross-culture and human resource practices we are going through now. Okay. So now we already explained what is a culture, what is a culture management, some. So HR, when you apply jobs, so what do you get normally in in Maldives, yes? So
What do you mean?
Sorry?
What's that again? Can you repeat the question?
Sorry, in your country, when you apply the job, you get the job. Are you getting job contract?
Yes, of course.
Job contract. It's a legal, yes?
Yes.
Contract. If you don't have a contract, it means we are risk, yes?
Yes, correct.
Do we have an equal pay?
Yes.
Let's see, you're a male and someone is a female. We get the equal pay?
Yes.
Okay. So we need to look around equal pay because there is a big issue is called gender pay gap. Even in UK as well, gender pay gap.
They also have, is it?
Many countries have a gender pay gap, females or others, maybe one gender is getting more than others, yes? Diversity. huge discussion going around. There is a population of ethnic and there is a population of others. So diversity, to create a diversity means the people from different background, different thought, different feeling, different education. So they need a representation within our organization. Yes.
Yes.
So diversity. So there are the rules of diversity as well. Discrimination. In UK, we can't discriminate on the basis of race, religion, or ethnicity. Yes, where they're from, what they do is a discrimination act, which I'll send you some to go through, which is quite good too, and that give quite good image and quite good thought about when we are working and as an organization in a meeting we can raise anything. Oh yes, I heard about discrimination act. This is yes, maybe we can look around.
Okay, sure.
Pay. And one is called DPA.
What is
Have we heard about?
No, not yet. Haven't.
It's called Data Protection Act. Sometimes people can sell the details to others.
Oh yeah, this one is protection act.
It's a crime. Yes.
Yes.
In UK, it's treated as a crime. So then we have a Health and Safety. Safety Act. In UK, we call Health and Safety Act 1974. Like, we need to give the reflective jacket, we need to provide the gloves, we need to provide the mask, we need to slippery, floor if somebody's slip and trips happen. So floor wet sign, all these sort of, so many things, hazards and things, is all come under health and safety. And as an organization, we need to provide the training as well. Okay. And that is there. When I look there, that's HR, yes. So what is the recruitment and selection? Can we say disabled people, we can ignore them, we not provide? Then other is called maternity leave. Yes. Can we discriminate? Expecting child, yes. Parents, maternity leave, paternity, yes. So those sort of all, the issues we need to look around in a HR perspective as well. Equal opportunity. Yes. Opportunity. So there are the acts, So when we are doing HR, are we looking? So we need to look around, and we need a job description. So HR, yes. We're looking, and then next we're looking. Yes, like a promotions, yes. Reward system, yes. Performance / appraisal system. Have we learned about 360 appraisal?
360.
What is
I haven't heard yet. What is it about?
360 mean whole cycle, yes. And not only senior and junior do appraisal for you or individuals. Can ask question from anyone, from customer, from supplier, from to whom we normally deals, yes.
Okay.
So that's all. And the next we're looking now, diversity. So I'll send you one. We have a bank here. It's called Lloyd's, TSB, and various other banks, and how they create the diversity in the workforce, like Emirates Airline. So we can look around the diversity policy within our organization. And why diversity? So if we don't have a diversity, we don't have an innovation. So if we have a diversity, it can be innovation. Yes. Because different people have a client satisfactions could be increased. Yes, when we have a customer, of course, how we feel happy when somebody is calling me from my own language, or treating me or speaking with me and know my needs and wants are. Yes, so like in a hotel front desk, yes, people from different backgrounds, and we can look around Emirates Airline. Yes, as a case, how many people from different ethnic background they have. Yes, so which will go through any question.
No, so far all is good.
So diversity means the people from different background, and in our organization, diversity help to better understand, improve performance, client satisfaction, increase profitability. We can say even. Yes. So these are the things we need to, and I'll send you some diversities article as well to read. That will help you further to clear the concept. So we'll keep up to here. Any question if you have, I'll answer.
So far no questions. Yeah, just in case later when I go through again to all this.
No problem. When you read, so if you get any question, please ask me. Do not hesitate. I'll quick show you what article I'm uploading, and that will help you too.
Okay, sure.
Finish our lesson. So okay, we'll do lesson next week and we'll finish this unit then.
All right, sure.
So there is a business culture management, that's the article. I'll send you one more, HR cultural management, like the McDonald and various other organizations, they're recruiting local workforce. Yes. Like in many countries, there are the rules, 60% you must need to recruit the local people. Yes. To provide the jobs locals first.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Same thing in Malta.
So we need to look around those things. We can save the cost by recruiting from abroad, maybe cheaper. Okay, this is quite a good book. Yes, sorry, I'm saying article. This is basically the book on international business. When is on your keyboard is always there is a control, and if you click Control F, this give you the little box to search. Yes, just write cross culture, and you can find lot of things within book. Yes, across culture. Yes. And you can find lot of things. Yes.
Okay, sure.
And they're multi. Yes, you will see there are a lot of places, cultural things being discussed and being explained. So whole chapter there, even you just type, culture itself is a chapter of the book is there as well inside. Yes, you will see there cross culture. Yes, these are all. Yes, cultural contract, cultural differences. Yes, you will say cultural gap, cultural shock, cultural contrast. Yes. Cultural management, because that's what we're doing. Yes. Cultural gaps. Yes, so please, these are all relevant to read. Okay. So that's all. And even if you want diversity, so you can, if you look the word diversity, maybe it'll, normally it should be part of. So you will see there diversity. Yes. Workforce diversity, that's what we are doing. Yes. And the page 10 and 11. Yes. International, the workforce diversity is all being given Walmart. Yes, as the Walmart and various very powerful and big organization. Walmart family, they have a number of stores in number of countries. Okay, so these are all there. So that's all. We'll keep up to here, and I'll speak to you next week. And upload this, and your yesterday lesson already on Moodle, so please just revise and go through, and
Okay.
I'll speak with you on and then Saturday. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Have a nice time. Huh?
Yeah, you too. Okay, thanks, Anju.
Thank you. Welcome.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.